Yep, okay, another offering we've got this week. We've got The Banker, starring Anthony Mackie and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
And Nicholas Hoult. Let's not forget.
Yes. I watched this only a couple of nights ago. It's available on Apple TV Plus, and I really enjoyed it. 'Cause it's a true story, actually happened, and was interesting. I mean, I wish I understood formulas and numbers and general banking chat a bit better, but that's about it.
So the basic premise, this is sort of almost Black Klansman in reverse, would be one way of looking at it. So this is about two black businessmen, one younger, aspiring property tycoon, played by Anthony Mackie. I think is he Bernard Garrett?
Yes, Bernard Garrett.
Bernard Garrett, eventually Bernard Garrett Sr., played by Anthony Mackie, who discovers in the 1950s that he's basically victimised, he's excluded, he's turned away for attempts to buy property simply because of his race. He teams up with Samuel L. Jackson, and they in turn hire a white man to be the public face of their business. He's played by Nicholas Hoult. Of course, this leads to a giant court battle about the nature of racism in business practices.
I think you should tread carefully now.
I can talk at length about that. Or I can sum it up with this. The dress code.
Mr. Garrett, you are out of order, sir.
I'm not finished.
Out of order.
You can't get a loan. You can't own a home. You can't start a business.
Mr. Garrett, you have been warned.
Which means you can't build wealth.
Mr. Garrett!
And you're excluded from the American dream.
Sergeant at Arms, remove the witness.
Why is it so important to you to exclude an entire race of people from the American dream?
Mackie on fine form. I thought this was very good.
I thought this was really good. It is complex in terms of having to understand how everything works, but you've got three key characters who all bring something very different to it. And I think if you didn't have Samuel L. Jackson having his character sort of as that wilder kind of like Al Pacino hoo-ha kind of character.
Yes. It's a very large performance, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but you need it because Anthony Mackie's is so scaled back. And then Nicholas Hoult is like very green. Like it's very, I suppose,
I like
naive.
him.
I liked him in it, yeah. And actually, it's my classic thing that I love with a true story. It's seeing all the real pictures in the credits.
Of course,
works
yes.
so well. But it's an interesting story about how essentially these two black guys bought out loads of properties initially and made a profit on it, became really successful, and then took it one step further and tried to buy banks, and that's when everything kind of went wrong. And if you're fascinated by that, I think this is definitely the movie to catch up on. So Apple TV Plus. God, there's so many out there to mention, aren't there?
I know.
Very much worth your time.
So 2 thumbs up,
Yeah,
1 thumb up.
I give it 1 3/4. I did think it was a bit long. It's only 2 hours, but it's a bit long because of the jargon.
I'm going to give it 1.5 thumbs. I am going to say I kept drawing parallels between Samuel L. Jackson's performance and Bokeem Woodbine in Queen and Slim.
Oh, yeah.
Which very similar performances. I thought I thought they did different things with it, but I thought Jackson was great in this. Big fan of Anthony Mackie.
Yes, and it's good to see him away from Avengers in something like this.
Imagine that. But this actually reteams him with the director of The Adjustment Bureau that I had forgotten he was in.
Oh, yes, of course.
So that's The Banker, and that is out now on Apple TV+.